Hey everybody, here's another read along with Dray Jaymes, and I'm a man with a messy room. Don't worry about it, okay? Because this is Thursday evening. I just came home from work, or is it Thursday afternoon? It's Thursday evening because it's 4 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. I have another Sony story that I just picked up straight out of Kotaku. Hold on. Sound like some Chinese food. Yeah, Kotaku. One of my favorite articles that comes from Kotaku. Sometimes their shit's kind of hit and miss though, but they have good content. Anyway, is PlayStation really worried about losing Call of Duty to Microsoft? Private email says no. They not worried. They said, I mean, they surprised the fuck out of me when they say no to that 10-year deal from Microsoft back, I think a year ago. I'm not sure. They're like, no, we don't want a 10-year deal Call of Duty with that. That's a lame dramatization that I have there. Anyway, my titties itch. Anyway, you don't get fat, people. Especially when you're man, you grow some man boobs, which I call movies. Anyway, so we got this article right here. It's Jim Ryan. What's his name? Yeah, Jim Ryan, CEO of Sony of America, and it says here, Microsoft boss Jim Ryan has been fighting Microsoft's acquisition of the Activision Blizzard tooth and nail, claiming it jeopardizes Call of Duty on PlayStation 5. But in a private email when the deal was first announced, Ryan apparently wrote that he didn't think it was an exclusive play to take away Call of Duty and that Microsoft was thinking bigger than that. The previously unreported email was discussed by Microsoft's lead lawyer in his current court hearing, fighting proposed injunction by the Federal Trade Commission and on its attempted $69 billion acquisition of Activision Blizzard. Ryan, who became head of Sony Interactive Entertainment in 2019, was apparently discussing the deal while waiting to Chris Deering, the former president of PlayStation Europe. It's not a exclusivity play at all, Ryan wrote, according to Microsoft's lawyer. According to IGN, the email was dated January 20th, 2022. Just 2 days after the acquisition was announced. They're thinking bigger than that, and they have the cash to make moves like this. I spend a fair bit of time with them. Microsoft Gaming CEO Phil Spencer and Activision CEO Bobby Kotick. Over the past day, I'm pretty sure we will continue to see Call of Duty on PlayStation for many years to come. This seems to fly in the face of arguments Sony has made publicly and the regulators that the deal would lead to Call of Duty potentially becoming an Xbox exclusive or running worse on competing platforms if it's completed. Last September, Ryan blasted the report's terms of an initial proposal by Microsoft to keep bringing Call of Duty to the PS5, calling it adequate. Microsoft only offered for Call of Duty to remain on PlayStation for 3 years after the current agreement between Activision and Sony ends. He said in a statement, after almost 20 years of Call of Duty on PlayStation, the proposal was inadequate. Oh, I thought it was 10 years. They gave him a 10-year deal. It was 3 years? Damn. After almost 20 years of Call of Duty on PlayStation, the proposal was inadequate on many levels and failed to take the amount of the impact on our gamers. We want to guarantee PlayStation gamers continue to have the highest quality Call of Duty experience, and Microsoft proposals undermines this principle. So in other ways, that it was inadequate because they felt like 3 years. We had Call of Duty for like fucking 20 years. How you gonna lowball us? But so anyway, in March of this year, Sony also argued to regulators in the UK that Sony also argued to regulators in the UK that Microsoft would have incentive to make the next Call of Duty worse on PS5. Microsoft might release a PlayStation version of Call of Duty with bugs and errors, emerge only on the game's final level after later updates, the company argued. Even if such gradations can't read could be swiftly detected, any remedy will likely come too late, by which time the gaming community will have lost confidence in the PlayStation as the go-to venue to play Call of Duty. An Activision executive had previously accused Ryan of confessing to just wanting to kill the deal at all costs in discussing behind closed doors. While Ryan's private remarks don't directly contradict that possibility, they do call into question the authenticity of art. Hey, don't worry about it. I could say words wrong. Oh, anyway, the arguments of the company has been making publicly. Of course, Microsoft's motive is revealing the content of the email is also clear. It was the Activision Blizzard deal to go through so it can make more money. Now, this tells me that CEO of Sony, Jim Ryan, wasn't even worried about the fucking deal of Microsoft. He knew that Microsoft was not that cold-hearted bitch. They want to have everything for himself. You know what I'm saying? I think they was going to honor the fact that there are fans on both platforms. If you're on the Sony side or the Xbox side / PC, and there was nothing to be worried about. I think he understands, okay, it's some sort of a power move just to own the most profitable entity in gaming, which is not Call of Duty. I said it in the last video. They want to own Activision Blizzard because Activision Blizzard owns their subsidiary, King Interactive. Candy Crush makes so much money than Call of Duty. Call of Duty is just icing on the cake, but King Interactive, Candy Crush is like that candle. It's the candle. It's the one that they see first on the candle on the birthday cake. The candle is the one you see first on the cake anyway. So anyway, I say anyway a lot. I'm sorry. Fuck you. Anyway. It is what it is. And he's a businessman, so he knew what kind of deal that was that Microsoft was trying to get or trying to make, really. There's some speed bumps right now. The FTC, I heard they blocked the deal, and maybe Xbox is trying but I don't know. But Microsoft want to win. So I think they're not going to push back. They're going to keep on chugging along until they secure that deal. Because if this goes through, I've heard that if Microsoft owns Activision Blizzard, they already talked to Nintendo how they can put Call of Duty on their platform. If this deal goes through, because they have the power to do that. If they own the IP, they can place it out on any fucking platform they want. Theirs, they could keep PlayStation, and then they could bring in Nintendo, so the Nintendo fanboys can have Call of Duty to play with. So I don't think Microsoft is stingy with their IPs. I mean, with Bethesda, I mean, that was a point where they need more first party games. So if we buy out that fucking gaming dev of Bethesda, I mean, but then again, PlayStation fans can't play Fallout anymore if they make another Fallout. I mean, y'all can't play Fallout. I can't play Fallout on my PlayStation anymore, but I got a PC. And that there again, you know what? It's not to be worried about not playing fucking Call of Duty. Because the fan base is so fucking big, and also the fan base is kind of giving up on fucking Call of Duty with all the shit that happened with Modern Warfare 3. I don't think people care what happens to Nick Merck and Timmy the Tat Man, wherever his name is. I think that's his name. I was saying, but comment below if I fucking butchered his name or some shit. I don't know. I'm not sorry because I don't even know the fucker. But I have heard of Nick Merckx. It is what it is. It is what the fuck it is. Call of Duty ain't going nowhere. It's going to be on PlayStation. If you got a PS5, I wouldn't worry. But other people on Twitter, which Twitter is not a real fucking place, you ain't got to worry. And they always like, this is absolutely insane. How can Microsoft do this? They sound stupid. That's why I read their tweets, because it be entertaining me how stupid they are, because they getting mad for no reason. I swear, if you know business, you know ain't nothing gonna go down. PlayStation fans could play Call of Duty if you want to, because right now there's a fucking I almost said glitch, but it's not. It's a strike. That is, it's a strike against players versus Call of Duty for what happened with Nick Merckx and Tim the Tat Man, or whatever his name is, said, please take my fucking shit off the Call of Duty store, and they did. I think they did. I forgot. I don't pay close attention to that shit because I don't buy. You know what? Let me tell you a story. No, I don't. That's not a story, but let me tell you something. I don't buy things off Call of Duty. I don't pay for rent. I don't pay to play. There it is. I get my shit when I play the game, and that's just stupid. Paying for skins, paying for outfits and shit. I mean, it looks nice, but just play the fucking game. Who cares if you have a fucking skin that covers a body and make you look like a bunny rapper while you popping heads in the game? Fuck that shit. Just play the fucking game. I hate when you have overzealous COD players and they think they the shit because they got like a brand new skin that's shiny and shit. Yeah, but you pay for that shit. You didn't fucking work hard and get it. But still, maybe it's one of them things that you have to pay. But I don't have to do nothing, man. That shit is garbage. It's trash. When you get any kind of shooter and we got microtransactions, just bypass the microtransactions and just play the fucking game. God damn, nigga. Anyway, peace out.